obviously. I thought it'd be cool to preach because even though I know the world, even though I know you world of wicked people, and you set the whole thing up for VJ. You know what I'm saying? You guys all know, yeah, VJ. Even though we set the whole thing up for VJ, and it's messy by VJ having sex with so many men, VJ was obviously, she took Ivan for granted. She was stupid. Yes, VJ took Ivan for granted. She was stupid, obviously. Hence why you know how I know the only thing I know VJ took him for granted because she dated those three guys, obviously. That's how I know VJ took me for granted. And she let those guys touch her and fuck her for 3 years, man. 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like the nerve to let a man date you for 3 years knowing you have a husband. And when I was lost too, it shows what VJ was obviously stupid, and she was just stupid and careless, and she just took me for granted. Obviously, she took me for granted. Obviously, yeah. There you go. But to be fair, you guys turned her into a whore too, and VJ loved the sex, obviously. Because VJ became a whore. You turned her into a whore too. That's why VJ's in it. Even though VJ is stupid and she fucked up badly, you turned VJ into a whore. Hence why VJ obviously loved the sex so much. Hence why shit went down, obviously. But even though I told you, even though VJ is a whore, she's holy. She knew full well what she was doing. It's understandable if you fuck up. I don't know. You have a one night stand. I don't know. The guy we're in the zone. We have a one night stand. You know, it's another thing for shit to go down, lovey shit to go down, whereby you're constantly fucking a guy for a couple weeks or a month or something like that. The only reason why you're constantly fucking him is because you're constantly going home with him. And you were obviously stupid. You gave in to the temptation, obviously. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, Ivan O'Mara, I'm going to go back to the strippers. All these times I passed the test, man. Whereas Victoria Justice failed. She failed the fucking test, man. If you want to say VJ passed the test in the sense that she won the sex, so even though shit went down behind the scenes with all these guys, VJ still won the sex. She obviously said, no, we can't do this anymore, obviously. She won the sex, obviously, but what? VJ obviously what? She let all those guys just get a piece of that, man. She let those guys get a piece of that, obviously. Whereas Ivan O'Mara passed the fucking test, man. He passed the fucking test. That's why Victoria Justice envies me so much. Because Ivan O'Mara is a fucking saint. Ivan O'Mara passed the test, yeah. And this is when I didn't even know about VJ. So I passed the test this is when I didn't even know that VJ was my wife. Whereas VJ knew the whole time I was her husband. And she fucked up this bad. Whereas Ivan O'Mara, he passed the test when he didn't even know VJ was what? VJ was his wife, man. That's how you know I'm fucking holy. I'm a saint. I passed the test, man. So I'll tell you my story. 3 times I could have went home with what? 3 times I could have went home with a stripper, obviously. And I'm telling you right now, all you men around the world, if a naked stripper asked you to go home, you guys would go home with that stripper in a heartbeat. As the stripper's naked, you're turned on with her doing a lap dance on you. Because I'm why these strippers went crazy on me. So I'm not perfect. Because I'm why I had very, very dirty lap. So dirty lap dances that I pleasured myself. I busted, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I busted is because I'm a virgin. I never had sex with a girl, so if the girl's going dirty on me, she's going very, very dirty on me, I'm obviously gonna bust, obviously. Some lap dances were so dirty the strippers wet my pants. That's how dirty the lap dance was. I remember when they wet my pants, I'm like, ew, gross. Now, the moment the stripper wet my pants, I ran away. I'm like, I'm out of here. I went home. I immediately, when I came home, I immediately took my clothes. I washed it, and I took a fucking shower. I don't know what this fucking chick has, I'm saying. Yeah, so at one time, this black stripper, obviously, we had a dirty lap dance. She's like, put it in, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, I'm not putting it in. No, I'm not putting it in. And she was a bit pissed off, obviously. Passed the test there. The second time, there was this other stripper. She was not bad. She gave me a very, very dirty lap. She gave me a very, very dirty lap dance, obviously. I busted, obviously. It was very dirty, obviously. And I remember later on, she told me, hey, I want to suck your dick, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, here? She's like, no, after. Let's go after, you know what I'm saying? Which means sex, obviously. Whenever a girl says she wants to suck your dick, she wants to go home with you and suck her dick, it obviously means sex, obviously. She obviously meant sex, obviously. I said no. I'm like, I'm not going home with you. And the chick was naked. Imagine a chick naked in front of you, and she literally says, I want to suck your dick. Let's go after. Let's suck your dick after. And I'm like, no. Everyone I said no, she had that look. And I'm saying, no, let's go after. I said no. She wants, because I'm white, she obviously wants to go home with me. I said no. Passed the test the second time. But with this one chick, the other chick, the third chick, this chick was actually hot. She was an attractive woman. She was very attractive. I remember I was sitting at the bar. I had a beer, and then she sat right next to me, obviously. She was talking to me. She said, hey, what's your name? I'm like, I'm Ivan Omer. I'm saying. The chick was very attractive, obviously. This chick was, the other two were not bad, but this chick was an attractive woman, man. She was a gorgeous woman. I remember I saw her, I'm like, oh my God. This chick is fucking hot. This chick was hot. She was talking to me, obviously. She was so interested in me. She took my she took my arm and she put her hands around my arm like that. She was holding me. She was holding my arm, obviously. Like, oh, this chick's fucking crazy. I'm saying, she's like, do you want to go dance? I'm like, fine, let's go dance. We went dancing. She gave me this dirty ass lap dance. Obviously, she was naked too. So I saw everything. She was naked, obviously. She gave me this dirty ass lap dance, obviously. I was a bit turned on, obviously. But this is when I didn't know about VJ. This is when I thought I had an STD, obviously. This is when I thought I had an STD and I thought I was sick. And this is when I didn't know about VJ. So when I didn't know about VJ, I still passed the test. Because that's how you know I'm fucking holy, obviously. So if I can pass a test when I don't know about VJ, when I didn't know about VJ, imagine now that I know about VJ and all these whole women are forcing me to have sex with them. And now that I know about X too. Because back then I didn't know about X. I thought all these strippers were healthy, obviously. Hence why I went to the strip clubs, obviously. But now that I know they're all trash, I'm never going to a strip club ever again. I'm never going there ever again, you know what I'm saying? But this one chick was hot. She was grinding on me, you know what I'm saying? We had a dirt. I think we had like 2 dances together. She was grinding on me dirty, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I remember I want to suck your dick so bad. I'm like, here? She's like, I want to suck your dick. I want to suck your dick so bad, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, here? She's like, no, like something else, later, you know what I'm saying? Later, suck your dick later. I'm like, no, which means sex, obviously. Because I'm white, they obviously all want to have sex with me, obviously. She's like, please, please, I want to suck your dick so bad. She literally, was begging me. She's like, please. You know what I'm saying? She was touching my my private part. I'm like, no. I told her no like 3 times. I'm like, no. I'll have a lap dance with you, but I'm not going home. I'm not having sex with you. And this chick was fucking hot, man. This chick was attractive, nice body. She was very, very hot. She was attractive on the outside, obviously, because now I know she's trash, obviously. They're all attractive. That chick was attractive on the outside, obviously. She was very gorgeous, obviously, and I turned her down. I said no, man. So think about this. I know I can get any woman I want, and I still turn the woman down. Why? Because I'm holy, obviously. With Victoria Justice, she's just something else, man. That's why she really, really pisses me off. I thought it'd be cool to talk about this topic in depth because it boggles my mind how me and VJ are total opposites. Yeah, I know VJ's holy and she's God like me, but sometimes I wonder if she's even God, man, because she's just stupid and she just takes me for granted, man. That's why she really, really pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. There was one time I went to Amigo's bar. There was this bartender I was talking to, I was hitting on her. She left me her number. She left me her number. She just randomly she left me her number on the table, obviously, which means she obviously wanted to hook. She obviously wanted to hook with her. I didn't accept the number. I didn't take the number. She left me the she literally wrote down her number. She left me the number on the what on the bar table. She was a not bad chick. She's pretty attractive, not bad. A bigger woman, pretty attractive, not bad woman. You know what I'm saying? She's one of those women you just have like a one night stand with. She wasn't like the hottest woman. She left me her number on the what on the stool table, on the bar table. I didn't take the what. I didn't accept the number. And this is why I didn't knew about VJ, man. This is when I was lost. Pass the test there again. Yeah, man. That's why VJ envies me so much because yeah, Ivan, you're such a fucking saint. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're fucking perfect. Yeah, man, I'm a fucking saint. Every time I had a chance to go home with a woman, I always passed the test. I never went home with a woman. Never once. Never once, obviously. The worst I ever did was had a dirty lap dance. I had a dirty lap dance. That's the worst I ever did. But I never ever went home with a woman, and I never had sex with a woman. Obviously, never did when I had all those opportunities. Obviously, right? obviously what. I'll tell you my story about the other. I'll tell you my story about the other what. I'm gonna have a smoke here. And VJ, you need to hear this because you need to know how lucky you are to have to fucking have a man, an attractive man like me who can get any woman he wants and he's willing to fucking what, stay pure for you, man. Because you fucking piss me off. I'm gonna have a smoke here. The reason why I'm spitting on my cup is because when I smoke cigarettes, the aftertaste is bad. And I also want to put out my smoke, my cigarette, obviously. I'm only gonna smoke one, obviously, right? Ivan, it's so cool when you tell us your story, your purity story. Yeah, I thought it'd be cool to talk about VJ's mess. How VJ, even though I know VJ, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the men in Hollywood are animals. The men were very attractive on the outside, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even though I know you were a porn star and you fucked a lot of men in your business life, obviously, shit went down in your personal life, obviously, because what? It's one thing to have one night stands and hook up with a guy a couple times. It's another thing for lovey shit to go down. The fact that lovey shit went down, you were obviously stupid, as you constantly kept fucking the men. You constantly kept going home with them. You constantly kept fucking the men, and you took me for granted, obviously. And you also dated 3 guys, and you let them fuck you for 3 years. Hence, VJ was obviously stupid. She took me for granted. Yeah, even though we set the whole thing up for VJ failed the test. VJ just took Ivan for granted. She was fucking stupid. Yes, I don't mean to be rude, VJ, but you failed the test bad, man. The fact that this fucked up mess happened, you failed badly, man. Whereas I fucking passed the test. I passed, and you fucking failed. I don't mean to put you down at that, sweetie, but man, for someone who's God, man, it looks very bad on you. That's my point. It looks really, really bad on you as someone who's God to fuck up like that, man. To fuck up that bad, like especially date 3 guys, knowing that you have a husband and let them fuck you for 3 years. It looks very, very bad on you, VJ. Obviously. I'll tell you my other story. So I passed the test with that bartender. She left me her number. All I had to do was give her a call, and I could have went to her house and fucked her if I wanted to. I didn't. I didn't even take the what. I didn't even take the number. I just left it there on the table. I remember the one lady. She's like, whose number is this? She's a bit jealousy, obviously, because oh, what if Ivan fucks this girl? Because when it comes to me, women are crazy, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I also remember there was one chick who worked at Amigos Bar. She was pretty hot. Another chick who worked at Amigos Bar. She was pretty hard. She was pretty hard. You know what I'm saying, you know, I mean, she told me, she said, yeah, she literally told me, she said, yeah, if you ever need anything, let me know. She said, let me know right away. And I know she meant sex, obviously. I'm like, what the fuck? She literally said, let me know, obviously. And I'm like, I was a bit like, yeah. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't interested, obviously. Because I'm holy, obviously. Now, I'll tell you that story. There's this one chick who worked at Elmer Bar. She was pretty hot. Attractive chick. Attractive woman. She was a hot chick. Obviously. She had a nice body, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Big tits, nice ass. She was an attractive woman, obviously. And I remember I was talking to her and obviously, and I stayed till closing. There were 2 bartenders working. It was me. I was the only customer left, and there was the one guy, and there was her left over it. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to go home with her. She's like, here's $10. Here's $10 for the cab back home. Ivan, here's $10 for the cab back home. She literally paid me for sex, obviously. That's how fucking holy I am. Because the women are trash, she literally gave me $10 for a cab home, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go get changed. She got changed. I was waiting for her. I was literally ready to go home with her, drive to her house and hook up and all stuff. She was waiting for me, obviously, and something told me, and I left. I left and I went home. And the next day I came back. She said, Ivan, where were you? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I decided to go home. You know what I'm saying? And I gave her what? Me and her had a couple shots together. I paid because she gave me $10. I'm like, here, I feel bad for you giving me $10. Here, I'll buy you a couple rounds. And I bought her like, me and her had a couple shots together. This chick was hot too. She was a hot chick. And I said no, I didn't go home with her. Passed the test that time too, man. Yeah, man. Obviously. Holy shit. I guarantee you all the way. Hence why all you Hollywood women, you envy VJ. Hence why you want me to pay this bullshit fee. Because you know, yeah, Ivan's so holy, man. He doesn't struggle with sex at all, man. He just doesn't struggle at all. Yeah, He doesn't struggle with sex at all. Yeah, man. I remember when I worked at beer market. I worked at beer market. Obviously, I was surrounded by a lot of attractive women on the outside. Obviously, this is why I didn't know about X. I was a dishwasher there. You can tell all the women were all attracted to me. They all stared at me and all that stuff because of why, obviously, and they were all attracted to me. I remember one girl. She was talking to her friend. He's like, does he even know that we all want him? I heard her say something like that. Does he even know that we all want him? He doesn't even show interest in any of us. Yeah, all those women in beer market all wanted me. I never showed any interest. I showed a bit of interest in one woman, but I never showed any interest in what any of those women. I remember I talked to this one chick, hot chick. I was interested in her. I liked her, obviously. I liked her a little bit. This is before I knew about Victoria Justice when I was lost, obviously. I had a smoke with her, and she was talking to me. You can tell she was interested in me, obviously. You could tell she was waiting for me. She was waiting for me to get her number, obviously. I remember I left. I'm like, I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go inside and work. You know what I'm saying? You could tell she was a bit mad. She was a bit upset. I remember some guy told me, he's like, Ivan, you fucking crazy. You didn't get her number, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, man. I'm not interested, man. Look, man. I just didn't feel like getting her number. I passed the test there, obviously. Could have got her number that when she sat down next to me. Attractive chick. And you know what I'm saying? I remember you could tell she wanted me to get her number. Yeah, hopefully Ivan asks for my number. I didn't ask for her number. You could tell she was pissed off. Because of why, they obviously all wanted me, obviously. I remember I finished work. And when I finished work, I sat down at the bar. And I was talking to what? To one woman, obviously. I was talking to her for like 2 hours. You could tell she was very interested in me. She was brushing her hair. She was turned on, obviously. She was brushing her hair. Everyone at the bar was listening to the conversation, just staring at me. Oh my God, look at Ivan spitting his game. You know what I'm saying? I'm a natural. I'm talking to the woman for like 2 hours straight. And she tell she was turned on. She was brushing her hair and all stuff. Could have went home. Had I wait till closing out, I would have went home with that girl, obviously. You could tell she was turned on, obviously. She was brushing her hair. And I remember like around like 11 o'clock, 11:30, I left. And when I left, you saw that look on her face. She looked sad. She's ready to go home with me that day, man. Yeah. And I left and I went home. Obviously. Passed the test that time too. Yeah, man. All the times when I could have went home with a woman, I passed the fucking test. And this is when I didn't even know about VJ, man. This is when I didn't know about VJ. Yeah, man. So I thought it'd be cool to talk about this. Ivan, it's so cool hearing your story. Yeah. You guys don't know my story. Victoria Justice failed the fucking test. She failed badly, obviously. For someone who's God, it's one thing to fuck up a little bit. It's another thing to fuck up badly. For someone who's God, Victoria Justice failed the test miserably. Miserably, she failed. Miserably. She failed the test so miserably, it's hard for me to even believe that she's holy. Because Victoria Justice is something else, man, I'm saying. Yeah, man. Whereas Ivan O'Meara passed the fucking test, man. I passed the test. And I passed the test when I was lost. And I was lost and what? I was lost and I didn't even know VJ was my wife. I didn't know VJ was my wife. That's why I passed the fucking test, man. I passed the fucking test. Obviously. I passed the test, man. Could have went home with these women. You know what I'm saying? With all these women. I could have went home with women a good, 6, 7 times in my life. 6, 7 times in my life. And I didn't go home with them. I remember when I worked at Chorus, there were a few attractive women who I was interested in too. All I had to do, they were interested in me. They liked me, obviously. There was one woman, she was attractive. I liked her a little bit too. This is before I knew about VJ, obviously. This is before I knew VJ was my wife. I knew about VJ. I was stalking her on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all. So, but I didn't know she was my wife back then. I was lost. There was this one chick at Chorus. I liked her a little bit, and she liked me too, obviously. She liked me, obviously, and I talked to her a few times. I was interested in her. Obviously, all I had to do was get her number down, and I could have went home with her, and I didn't, obviously. All these women who I had moments with, I never went home with any of them. None of them. It's like, yeah, Ivan's such a saint. Yep, I'm a fucking saint. I fucking passed the test, man. Whereas Victoria Justice failed the test miserably. She fucking failed miserably. She failed miserably, man. Even all the guys in Hollywood, like, yeah, man, VJ. Like, if you want to say VJ won in the sense that she won the sex, obviously, from the guys. But she let those guys get a get a piece of that. Obviously, she let them get a piece, and VJ failed miserably, man. She failed the test miserably, obviously. She failed miserably, obviously. Because you guys, when you guys set the mess up for VJ, you guys obviously this is a game to you guys. You guys obviously tested her. All the animals in Hollywood tested VJ. Let's see how holy and strong VJ really is. And VJ, the fact that Lovey shit went down, VJ failed miserably, man. She let those guys get a piece of her heart, take a supposed small piece of that, and VJ failed the test miserably. Was Ivan O'Meara passed every fucking test, man? He passed all the tests. That's where they get out in the Bible, how Jesus. There's a section in the Bible where it says Jesus was tempted at all points, but yet he had no sin. There was no sin in him. He was tempted at all points, but he had no sin. Jesus was a perfect man. That's the symbolism of Ivan. Ivan O'Meara had a lot of temptations in his life, but he overcame all the temptations in his life. He overcame all. Yeah, Ivan O'Meara. I overcame all the temptations. Whereas Victoria Justice did not overcome the temptations. Whereas me, I overcame all the temptations in my life. Pornography, obviously. Even though I watched porn, I overcame the pornography temptation. As I only watched porn 5 times in the past 3-4 years, and I only watched porn twice a year, and I haven't watched it since. And so I passed the test for pornography. I don't watch porn. I haven't watched porn. I'm not even tempted to watch porn. I'm not tempted to go out and have sex with women. You see what I'm saying here? Because I overcame all the temptations. That's where they got it in the Bible, how Jesus was holy. He was tempted at all points. It says Jesus was tempted at all points like us, yet he was without sin. He was without sin. So even though I had temptations in my life, I was only tempted outwardly. I was never tempted inwardly. You see what I'm saying here? I'm never ever tempted inwardly. I'm only tempted outwardly. So when I went to these strip clubs, I had outward temptations. I had dirty lap dances. I pleasured myself, obviously. When those women asked me to go home, I said no. Why? Because I'm never tempted inwardly, obviously. Because I'm holy. It was because of my love for VJ. Even though I didn't know VJ was my wife, obviously, because VJ is connected to me, I now know why I didn't go home with those women. It's because of my love for VJ, obviously. Because I'm holy and it's because of my love for VJ. That's why I didn't go home with those women. You see what I'm saying here? And I also knew it wasn't worth it because I'm like, I'm not going to go home with this woman and have, 10 minutes of sex and that's it. It's not worth it. I'd rather go home. Every time I said no to these women, I went home and I get beer, McDonald's, and I just watch a movie all night long. So I'd rather just go home. I'd rather just get beer, get McDonald's and watch a movie. I went home, got McDonald's, I watched a movie, obviously. Because I'm fucking holy. I'm holy, obviously. I'm fucking holy. I thought it'd be cool to talk about my purity. The fact that Victoria, even though you world set the whole thing up for VJ, and you guys are wicked people, and VJ is innocent, obviously. VJ is innocent in the sense that you separated me and her, and you infected her, and you set the whole thing up for her. So VJ is innocent, obviously. Had you not separated me and her, this mess never would have happened. She wouldn't be a whore. She wouldn't be a porn star, obviously. But you guys obviously tested VJ, and VJ, I don't mean to be rude here, you obviously failed the test. You failed miserably, man. You failed the test miserably. The fact that you know how I know you failed the test is the fact that you had boyfriends. That's how I know you failed the test. You had 3 boyfriends. You had Reeve. You dated Reeve for 2.5 years. You were fucking him for 2.5 years. You dated Pearson for 3 years. You fucked him for 3 years. And you dated Ryan Rowan for around 2 years. And you fucked him for 2 years. As Victoria Justice obviously failed the test. You see what I'm saying here? She failed the test, whereas Ivan O'Meara passed the test completely. Yeah, Ivan passed the test. Hence why Victoria Justice, she envies me so much because Ivan O'Meara is such a holy. Even though I know VJ is holy, VJ is just stupid. She's holy, but she's just stupid, and she just takes me for granted, obviously, because she sees hell. Obviously, whereas Ivan O'Meara is what? Ivan O'Meara is what? Ivan O'Meara is a fucking holy saint. Whereas Victoria Justice is just a holy whore. A holy whore who takes Ivan for granted, and she's just stupid, obviously. Whereas Ivan O'Meara is a holy saint. That's where they get that idea in the Bible, how Jesus was very holy, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Hence why all you women in Hollywood envy VJ so much. Yeah, we know Ivan's a holy saint. We know Ivan will never. Ivan doesn't struggle with sex. He's one that saves his virginity for his wife. Yes, he's one that saves his virginity for his wife. Hence why you world, you want to turn me into a porn star to see me have sex. You're selfish people, obviously. You want to destroy VJ's relationship with me. You want to cause mess in her life. Hence why VJ's running the fuck away with me. Because she knows I was a saint. Yeah, I know my husband was a saint. He was one to save his virginity for me, but the world turned him into a porn star and caused mess in my life too. Yeah, you had me had sex with, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 women before I can see my wife, VJ, obviously. See what I'm saying here? But I told you, because these Hollywood women are cats, I might mess up a little bit, obviously. When I mean mess up, I mean, by mess up, I mean hooking up with them. That's what I mean by messing up, obviously. By messing up, I mean hooking up with them. But I'm not, no lovey-lovey shit's gonna go down with me and these women. When I mean lovey-lovey shit, I mean like these women may love me, but I'm not gonna let these women get a piece of my heart. Whereas Victoria Justice obviously let some of these men get a piece of her heart, get a piece of her heart, obviously. Because VJ's stupid. She's just stupid. She took me for granted. She was just stupid, obviously. The fact that you dated Reeve, I'm gonna keep asking you, what were you thinking, Victoria Justice, when you decided to date Reeve, when I posted that beautiful justice on your wall? Well, Ivan, I see hell. Okay, if you want to play that game with me, VJ, I could easily hook up. The fact that the mess happened, I might as well hook up with a bunch of women, and yet I don't hook up with a bunch of women. Why? Because I love you, obviously. Just like, even though you see hell, you know it's your fault. You sold out, and I know you love me, obviously. What were you thinking when you decided to date Reeve? When I posted that beautiful justice on your Facebook page. It's one thing for you to hook up with him, you know what I'm saying, a couple times behind the scenes. It's another thing to date the man. To be boyfriend and girlfriend and hold his hand and let him hold your hand and date him. To let him easily get a piece of you like that, it boggles my mind, VJ. That's why VJ really, really pisses me off. And you world, you all know, yeah, Victoria Justice, man, she failed the test, man. VJ, like, we tested VJ, and VJ failed the fucking test. She had boyfriends. She let all these guys get a piece of her heart. You know what I'm saying? She let all these men in Hollywood get a piece of that, get a piece of that action. You know what I'm saying? In other words, VJ looks very weak, obviously. Yeah, VJ was weak. She failed the test. You know what I'm saying? Even though VJ is God, and even though she won the sex, VJ was very weak and she failed the test. Yeah, man, VJ failed the test badly. She failed the test badly. Badly, man. Horrifically, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Whereas I passed the test. I passed the fucking test, obviously. Hence why you would want to turn me into a porn star. Because of your envy, obviously. You know, Ivan's a virgin. He doesn't struggle with sex. He wants to save his virginity for his wife. Turn this man into a fucking man whore. Have all these women go out. All these catty women in Hollywood have sex with him. So we can cause mess in his life. Because you guys are obviously what? You're morally wicked. That's why I'm proving the reason why you guys are obviously what? You're morally evil, wicked people. You don't deserve to be saved. You deserve to be left behind. You're not going to be left behind when I'm king. You're going to be left behind when I'm king, and you're not going to be saved. There's no one let you do like that. You cause mess it's one thing to cause mess in my life. It's another thing to cause mess in my wife's life, all because of yourself and all you whole women want to get a supposed piece of me and force me to have sex with you. I'm not interested in having sex with you. Hence what? Hence why you guys are obviously morally evil people. You're wicked people. Is you're gonna these women are all cats. They're all gonna come after me. Obviously, come after me all you want. You're not gonna get a piece of my heart. I'm not gonna let you get a piece of my heart. And what? And you're gonna force me to have sex with all these women. I'm not interested in having sex with them, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And it's Ivan O'Mara passed the test, whereas Victoria Justice failed the test miserably. Oh my God. You failed. You failed badly, sweetie. Even though I know you're holy, sweetie, I know you're God, you knew what you were doing, you obviously failed the test badly, VJ. You failed. The fact that fucked up mess happened, you let those guys, you let those animals get the best of you, man. You really did. Yeah, man. As when you guys set the whole thing up for VJ, you guys obviously tested her. Let's see how strong VJ really is. You guys set it all up for her, obviously, and VJ obviously what? She failed the test, obviously. That's why, and you guys are also gonna test me. Let's see how strong Ivan is. I don't know, I pay this fee, oh my God, Ivan, all these women in Hollywood are all shocked, holy shit, Ivan's fucking strong compared to VJ. Yeah. Ivan, all of us want him so bad. Ivan has sex with us, and Ivan still doesn't want. Ivan still rejects us. Yeah, because I'm fucking strong, obviously. Whereas VJ just gave in the temptation. She just kept fucking the men, obviously. I can easily be stupid. If I want to be stupid, I can easily give him temptation and constantly go home with him and keep fucking him, obviously. See what I'm saying here? I might mess up a little bit. I might hook up with some woman a few times, obviously. But most of the time, I'm gonna keep it business casual. You work, and then I go to my hotel. I go home. I get beer. I get smokes. I watch VJ's interviews. I'm saying I wait the count on of me being king and her queen with me, obviously. Whereas Victoria Justice, she's just stupid. She took me for granted, and she took this innocent man for you. She took his innocent man for granted. Hence why once I pay his fee, Victoria Justice is finally gonna feel it. You're finally gonna feel the pain, sweetie, as you don't understand the pain. As no mess has happened in VJ's life. VJ's, yeah, Ivan is a fucking saint. The only bad thing Ivan did was watch porn. Who hasn't watched porn? Which isn't that big of a deal, obviously. He watched porn, obviously, and he had dirty lap dances with strippers, obviously. But he's never had sex with a woman. He's never been made out with a woman. He's never even been in a relationship. And he passed the test. All the times when he had a chance of going home with a woman, he passed the fucking test, obviously. Whereas me, I failed miserably, yeah. Because Victoria Justice, she took me for granted. She was stupid, obviously. Yeah, man. I'm going to shut my camera for you.